What is up everyone, it's Fusion Beats here. Now I know before I did say that the Season 52 ranking video would be my last official Beatstar related video on this channel. Although with the game closing, I feel it's only right with how big this game has been as part of my channel and my life over the last few years, for me to do one final video to discuss everything about what's happened, summarising my channels, my progress, and how it's affected my life overall, along with my thoughts on the closure of Beatstar. And then also at the end of the video, if you did not see my community post I put up a few days ago, I will be doing sort of a mini Q&A. I mean, there's not loads of questions that were asked, so I should be able to get through most of them, unless some of them are like too controversial or personal, then I will try to get through as many of them as possible. This video will also be in a more casual style, like it'll be more of a discussion, almost like a podcast than a full-on YouTube video, and in the background I'll just have some gameplays, like old gameplay DP videos that I put on my channel in the past. So without further ado, let's get into this. I'm first going to sort of summarise the history of my channel, which will probably be the most prominent part, as there's just a lot to talk about here, and I feel like I should just sort of summarise the entire journey I've gone through with Beatstar and my YouTube channel. Right, so to start this part off, how I started my channel. Originally in September of 2020, I created my brand new gaming channel, which is this channel, which at the time was instead called Fusion Gaming rather than Fusion Beats Gaming. The name actually taken a few different turns throughout my Beatstar journey. And at that point I was mainly posting games I enjoyed at that time, like Dancing Line, which basically was the main mobile rhythm game in my childhood, over Beatstar. I still play it now, to be honest. I play a lot of Dancing Line and Dancing Line fan-made, along with other games like Monster Legends, Brawl Stars, just to name a few. There was also a few spin-off games like Dancing Line spin-offs that I also posted occasionally. Now moving forward a bit, going into sort of summer of 2022, how I discovered Beatstar at the time was my cousins who live abroad were coming over, and they introduced me to Brawl Stars, and of course Brawl Stars is connected to Supercell ID. So I was very into Brawl Stars at the time, getting all the Brawl passes, and a few months later, when on Supercell ID, I went to sort of like the list of games option, and there's a new game on there called Beatstar. So I sort of had a look into it, and it looked like a pretty fun rhythm game with some popular songs, so of course I went ahead and downloaded it straight away. And at first, I was sort of a very casual player of the game, like I must have started playing a few weeks before the first Tour Pass holiday mix, and until Tour Pass Season 3, I wasn't really getting amazing scores at all. I did post a few Beatstar videos too around this time, some of them with handcam. If you saw my recent, where I've just basically dumped every single DP I'd left to upload onto my channel before my Season 52 ranking, you'll see some OG handcams there, which were handcams recorded around that time, so that was ages ago. Although the setup was awkward, so I didn't continue handcams going into my daily DP era, but we'll get onto that afterwards. So yeah, going into Tour Pass Season 3, I sort of loved the track list. At the time we had Animals by Martin Garrix, we had Post Malone, I forgot who did it, but I like the song a lot. It was a pretty good season, and song-wise it was my favourite one so far, so I went ahead and bought it, thinking that this would be a one-off thing, because tour prices at the time were like £15 I think in the UK, so that's pretty expensive for a pack of songs in a mobile game. With my original Beatstar videos being out around this time, I have to give a shout out to some channel OGs who viewed the channel, commented, some of them who are still active now, such as MJDB, Undercover, Lollipop Love, and Wayland Queerit. Sort of going forward into Season 4, 5 and 6, I carried on some Beatstar videos occasionally, not as frequently as in Season 3, because I didn't buy those seasons, along with the fact that I was also posting a lot of videos about Dancing Line, as there was the Dancing Line iOS port, which was still pretty recent at the time, and that was sort of my first access I had to Dancing Line fan-made, so I was more into that than Beatstar, although I still kept some Beatstar content going on my channel to please my wider audience. Then came in Season 7. Of course, this season was the hype of the entire community at the time. We had absolute bangers in this season. I was just really hyped and motivated for the game then. It really pushed my motivation right back up there, and I had to buy this season. I mean, I had to buy High Voltage. It's such an icon in the Beatstar history now, it's weird talking about it as if that was a present, but I mean at the time the community was so hyped for it that, yeah, it was peak Beatstar, I'd argue. Then we had the Eminem event around this time. I think I was in season 8 actually, but it was still around a similar time. And my voice reveal on this channel. If you have not seen that video, don't watch it. My voice is way higher than it is now, because I must have been like 14 at the time. And yeah, I do sort of cringe at it now, to be totally honest. Anyway, yeah, going forward a couple of seasons again, then we had season 9, and this was where everything really kicked off for me. I was like, yeah, I want this channel to be a Beatstar channel, as I published my first ever season ranking. As you know now, basically most people on the channel should know, my ranking series has been going for ages, as my last ranking video was in season 52, so that's a lot of ranking videos, especially since some seasons had both a personal and a team ranking. The ones from like must have been from season 29 to 36, I believe, or maybe 35, because I believe for season 36 I only did a personal ranking, although we'll get to a reason for that later. Anyway, so yeah, in season 9 I started daily uploads, so that was my daily DP gameplay videos. At this point they didn't have hand cam, and they still wouldn't for a couple more years, but yeah, I was so motivated at the time that, especially with charts coming in like I'm Gonna Be 500 Miles, which is still one of my favourite hard charts in the game, just because of those swipes representing walking, it just worked perfectly in my opinion. We also got season 11 then, which was yet again an even further motivation for me, because I really loved that season. That's probably overall my favourite season of all time. And yeah, I mean, it really is. The songs in that season for me were just top tier. They couldn't have really picked them any better. We had the first tour pass, and that was also a first tour pass that started me constantly buying every season and doing a ranking video on it, as I did not buy season 10. Going into the next season, the country season, I knew that with my channel, I was uploading a lot of videos, I was uploading gameplay videos daily, but I needed to vary my content, as I needed to just not do constant gameplay videos. So I started my iconic series like my Reel of Pain, which I inspired by a lot of Brawl Stars YouTubers, to be fairly honest. That must have been around the time I did my daily shuffle one, but it's even more shuffled series as well. I believe I only had 2 parts in the end though. Around this time I also had my first DP video that sort of got some major views, as much as I disliked the song, the chart was excellent for Boom 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 by the Venga Boys, and it ended up getting like 1k plus views, so I was very happy at the time with how that had done, because that was my first major sort of gameplay video to pass that milestone. I had one video before my Beatstar wherever also managed to get past 1k, but it was an all-level compilation for Dancing Line spin-off, and let's be real, that doesn't really show that much about my channel. Not long after that, going towards Christmas time now, I reached 100 subscribers, and at this point, basically any extreme DP was a big deal on my channel, since I wasn't as skilled as the gamer obviously at the time. So I uploaded Rockstar by Sub-Zero, that Rockstar. I know there's 3 Rockstar songs in the game now. I uploaded the DP for that one, along with a new song at the time, because yeah, I still made music. I've been making music since I was 11, and of course that is basically where my main future will be, away from this channel. I also changed the thumbnail for my gameplay videos from this to this, so a pretty big step up in quality if you ask me. It was also around this time that I varied my content further, with new series emerging, like my Beatstar ripoff series and the launch of my Discord server, which I'd say is the biggest success of my entire channel. Talking about other games, I also uploaded a few Tap Tap Reloaded gameplays around this time, and I also did a few special videos like my Guess My Pixelated Song Cover video quiz thing, which to be honest didn't do as well as I imagined it in views. I did put a lot of effort into that video, so if you still want to go and watch it, feel free to do so, as yeah, I was pretty proud of it at the time, with the fact that my editing wasn't as good in general. At this point I also pretty much made these series a lot more consistent in general, like the Beatstar ripoff series was popping off in terms of views. As much as I disliked it because of how many ads I got on the Beatstar ripoff, I had to keep doing it because it was my most successful series at the time, and like all of them were peaking at least like 1k views, so I was very happy with how that series was performing. All of this varied content sort of led up to the peak of my channel, which if you don't know already was season 19, when I uploaded my most viewed video, which was my Machine of Vibes DP. This one just, for some reason, I did upload it pretty close to the start of the season, which could have a factor towards it, but to this day it's still my most viewed video on this channel, which is pretty huge, like for such an easy song like that. It did have a few funky swipes at the time, I guess, because opposing swipes like that still were pretty rare, especially in standard charts. At this stage, with the amount of variation and series I was posting, I feel like this was sort of the best time the channel was at in terms of the content overall, just because of how much different content I was posting and how consistent I was being with it. I was still uploading daily. Mind that, with all this editing and stuff, I was so motivated at the time for the game. It feels crazy how that went down over time, as you'll see soon. But yeah, I still felt like something was missing from my videos, as I got a lot of comments about it at the time, and I feel like with how big my channel was, or how much it was growing at the time, it sort of needed to have it. So I found a rough workaround to get a hand cam working again, because all of my gameplay videos, well, apart from those few OG ones, which was an even more awkward setup than my modern one, all gameplay videos from this point pretty much had hand cam with them. And this pretty much made my channel perfect at the time. I was uploading all these series along with some hand cam DP videos. It was pretty much perfect content. Also around this time, sort of in general, how much I was enjoying the game and just enjoying life on my Discord server. I had so many systems up for this game that I was living my best life with this channel at this stage. Like, there was so much new content coming to the game all the time, great seasons, consistent great tour passes, and my channel was still consistently growing at a good pace. This is around season 2021. However, what I didn't know was the next season would just make me even more motivated, as we got season 22, Sonic Galaxy. I mean, if season 7 wasn't good, this was amazing. I mean, yeah, we got Dance Monkey, which, let's be real, was a pretty shit song. Yeah, mind my language there, but we got so much good content in season 22. I decided to change my thumbnail for my gameplay videos again to be even more professional, to sort of match how enthusiastic and motivated I was for the game at the time. You'll see this thumbnail even in my modern videos, as I now use it for all my custom chart showcases. However, with sort of season 23 to 27, my enjoyment for the game did start to dwindle a bit, as seasons were getting repetitive. We weren't really getting much new content. We did get track skins in the middle of it, which was hype for a bit, but yeah, again, I mean, track skins didn't really add much gameplay difference, and beat chaser events were a bit of a joke with how many beat chaser points you needed for them. You literally couldn't get a grand prize on anything that was decent. Like, all track skins were basically paywalled at the time, and they were basically until recently with the Beatstar shutdown. Of course, we also probably got my most questionable moment in the channel, something that I really would change now, which was my, let's just say my Be Careful with a Full ranking. Yeah, it was a bit high. It was a bit high for what the song is now. Like, my absolute worst nightmare of the main game. My only standard that I never DP'd until I stopped collecting standards. However, one thing did keep my motivation around this time, and funnily enough, it wasn't even really related to Beatstar at all, as it was my Beatstar Player Marble Race series, one of my most infamous on this channel if you don't know about it already, that for some reason was just really fun to do because the community stayed really engaged with it, and it was just fun racing Beatstar players around, just a completely luck-based thing. And yeah, that series was very, very fun to make at the time. I did like 7 parts of it in the end, so like, for a video which is literally just a Marble Race tournament of Beatstar players, not even like a real marble race, like a virtual marble race like you see in YouTube shorts and stuff. Like, it was pretty fun at the time, I have to say. But yeah, as I said, apart from that, my enjoyment for the game was dwindling. We did then get season 28 though, which, I mean, it was Monster Cat. As if you know me, I love my EDM, and that was a perfect season for me. We also got Purge for Poison by Marina, which somehow actually beat the Monster Cat songs. I absolutely love that song. And that really got me into Marina's music in general too. Like, I'm a huge Marina fan now. I love all of her albums, even her latest one. It's very good music. However, at this point, it really did feel like my content was starting to get repetitive. I did also abandon, with the Marble Race, I did abandon basically most of my other channel series, like the Wheel of Pain, Daily Shuffle thing, the Beatstar ripoff, even that, because the views did start to go down and I didn't feel like it was worth it for all of the editing. And my enjoyment for those series went down anyway, towards the end, so it was about time that I ended them. However, with that, I did begin, in season 29 now, I did begin my team rankings, and that was probably one of the most successful parts of this channel too. Just getting my own ranking team together, actually being able to have enough viewers to get an entire team of people to listen to a tour pass of songs and just rank the songs and charts, like actually write explanations for them, was actually pretty huge for me, because like it just proven I actually had grown a pretty big following for this channel, and I'm very grateful for my ranking team. If you're watching this, I have to especially shout out Molonic, Skystrike and Kai, who towards the end of my team ranking series became ranking managers and helped me calculate all the averages, along with actually writing sort of the threads in my Discord server for people to write their opinions about the songs in. However, I mean, sort of jumping forward a bit again now, like this entire period, going around like early 2024-ish, I did post one more different video, which was my more suggestions for Beatstar video. I forgot to mention that one before actually, that was another unique video I did ages ago. But I did a part 2 to that one, sort of. And then from there, my videos were basically only handcam DPs and rankings, which at the time were both my personal opinions on the seasons. I still continue to do my personal rankings and my ranking team videos, which was, of course, a ton of editing at the time, like to do 2 full-on ranking videos per season, which is more than any other creator was doing at the time, I reckon. The only really other major thing I did was change my gameplay thumbnail again, because apparently I couldn't make my mind up on it, which that is still my modern gameplay video now. That would be the final change it's taken. However, also around this time, like even though my enjoyment was pretty minimal for the game, I did hit 1,000 subscribers on this channel around this time, and obviously for any YouTuber that's a huge moment for them. Like, I did not ever expect that this channel would reach 1k subscribers, and I mean it's still going up now, like very slowly obviously since the game is dying, but it's still gaining quite a bit more subscribers with these new videos I've been posting recently, which I'll move on to a bit later. So with 1k subscribers, I did a week of constant Extreme DP videos for you all. I know this probably was pretty big for some of you, because I mean Extreme DPs are more entertaining to watch than normal and hard DPs, so I just had to do something, and I didn't really know what else to do at the time since I had a lot of videos in the backlog anyway, so I just decided to put some of my Extreme DP videos out, because why not really? However, also around this time, my exams were approaching, as I was in Year 11, I mean I had GCSEs coming up, so I felt it was really only right that pretty soon I would be taking a break from the channel to revise for my exams, and also just regain my enjoyment for the game in general, because I feel like a break was what I needed. However, I didn't want to send this channel off into its break without doing something slightly big, so I did face reveal at this time with my rating track skins video, which was probably my first sort of long form discussion video I'd done. Obviously I had revealed my voice before, and I'd done a few YouTube shorts with it, like those quick 60-second season reviews, especially those ones, but this was sort of when I started my discussion videos with rating track skins video that sent off my channel into its break while I was doing my GCSE exams. While my channel was on break, I did post a couple of gameplay videos of songs from season 47 and 48. Unfortunately though, I did never rank these 2 seasons because, yeah, again, my channel was on break, I was doing exams, so I was super busy at the time, and uploading them after would just sort of make them really irrelevant, so I didn't really see much point in editing the videos after my exams, so I just sort of left them out. It may feel a little inconsistent when you're looking like at my playlist of ranking videos, but in my eyes it's not too much of a big deal. However, around a month and a half later, I came back to my channel. It wasn't actually as long of a break as I imagined it. It did feel a lot quicker, maybe that's because I was busy revising though. Around this point I decided that daily uploads, they just needed to stop with my motivation for the game. If I really wanted to do any varied videos at this stage that needed somewhat like complex editing, then I needed to stop daily uploads. And this was probably one of the best decisions I made for the channel, because it did really free up a lot of time for me and allow me to do a few more discussion length videos like this one almost. I started my season reviews with season 39 and still did my team rankings too. This did discontinue the personal rankings, but I feel like one season review sort of is better because it's more varied than having a personal ranking and a team ranking. Having a review and a ranking is just a better system. With myself being more motivated for the channel and Beatstar in general, I was motivated to start doing some new series again. So since I had revealed my face and started doing discussion videos, I did a few single out ones there, like the future of Beatstar, based on a survey they did ages ago now. Well, it wasn't ages ago, it was last year, but you get what I mean. I did my favourite song from each genre in Beatstar. I think I might have done like one more as well if I can't remember it. I did a second part to rating track skins as far as I can remember too. I probably won't do another rating track skins video by the way guys. I mean, I know I do modded content now, but I just don't really see much motivation in track skins because it's literally just cosmetics, so it was fun while it lasted and while it was somewhat new, but now it's just got stale. And sort of moving into that era, my enjoyment was high for about a month, but very quickly then dwindled again to pretty much where it was before my exams. It was a lot quicker than I thought, the downfall of my enjoyment for the game again, because yeah, again, it was so stale. I'd done so many videos over time, just with this same format, the same rankings, the same season reviews now. And my only series around this point that I was still like really enjoying was my Tour Pass concept series, which I also started around the time of my season reviews. And I've done loads of them, to be honest. Over summer of last year, I did so many Tour Pass concepts. You can see on my channel, if you scroll down, like sometimes I was uploading like multiple Tour Pass concept videos per day, and they taken ages to edit too, so I must have been pretty motivated with them at some point. That obviously also went down after a while. But I mean, it was nice to have like a series that's not too related to the official game. With all of this going into November of last year, and with the Beatstar mod coming to iOS, I did decide to make a permanent switch to the Beatstar mod of my content. Season 47 had just released, obviously the first season, which sort of marked a difference in the tour passes. We did now get all deluxes, which was an awesome change to be fair. That props to Space Ape for that one. This would also be the last tour pass that I would buy on my main account and sort of like get all tiers on to the season review about. After season 47, all of my videos were recorded on the Beatstar mod. However, with this content switch, it did open up some possibilities for new content, especially with custom chart gameplays, as I started uploading quite a few DP videos of other people's custom charts, along with the fact that I started making my own Beatstar mod charts around this time, primarily for my own songs and other artists I know. This not only opened up new content possibilities, but also allowed me to use my gaming channel as a bit more of a promo platform for my music, as well as just Beatstar content. However, moving into the start of 2025, we know here that the game is really starting to go downhill, as we hit season 48, New Horizons, which obviously a lot of people have said the name does not match the sort of atmosphere of the game, because from here there was not any New Horizons at all for sure, as from here we only got encore seasons and classical seasons, and we all know that they're not what the community want at all. At this stage, I knew that I'd have to stop my Beatstar content pretty soon with the direction that the game was going in, as it just was too much of a commitment at this stage to upload any videos on the official game and not on the mod, as I also just didn't really enjoy it at all. So I went through every single unuploaded handcam footage I had and uploaded every single one, including some of the OG ones that I was on about earlier that I never uploaded years ago. Season 48 also marked a pause in my team rankings and season reviews, since, as I said, the next seasons after this would not be worthy of having any of those videos. However, during this break I did also release my first ever modded pass, which is basically a collection of songs I've put together, which all of custom charts, made by myself. Of course, a few months later we did see season 52, which sort of brought back the hype of the community a bit, as it was our first classical season and the charts were outstanding despite there not being any deluxes, which I mean was pretty huge for the community at the time. It sort of felt like one of the OG seasons again, because a lot of them did tend to have more creative charts anyway. However, even with this slightly more positive season, I did decide that I needed to stop Beatstar content on my channel relating to the official game anyway, as I didn't really enjoy it in general. All the ranking videos for season reviews, they would unfortunately need to come to an end here. So I sort of mentioned that this season would be my last season review and have my last ever team ranking. And it was a good one to finish on, because as I said, the charts here were all amazing and extremely creative, so there was a lot to talk about in both of those videos. Now with any official Beatstar related content being ended on my channel, I decided that this channel now is more of just a hobby for me, for now anyway, until I find another game that I get invested in for this channel. Therefore, from the end of Season 52 up to now, I've just been uploading random Beatstar mod videos along with other videos that I just thought have been quite fun, especially my Marble Race reunion video, which features many members in my Discord community. I had a lot of fun doing that one, as I said earlier in this video, the Marble Race series was one of the times I had the most fun. And now I'm not too worried about views or subscribers, as this channel is just meant to be for that. Just a bit of fun for me, along with some promo on my music. And that takes us up to now, the announcement of Beatstar closing down. As I mentioned earlier, I wasn't surprised about this announcement at all, although I did not expect it to come this soon. With the recent additions to the game, which have basically been next to nothing, there's been barely anything for any YouTubers to make content on in the official Beatstar scene other than new gameplays, but let's be real, in the last few months, we haven't even had any of that, as we've had no new charts added to the game at all. Although also, you may be wondering what the future of my channel will be now. And to be totally honest at this stage, I don't know myself yet. At least currently, I can see myself continuing videos on the Beatstar mod if it stays up, which is looking likely at the moment. If not, then to be honest, videos will probably go on a halt, as there won't be an awful lot for me to make content on anymore here. I mean, the Beatstar mod is basically this channel in the modern day era for it, so yeah. Although who knows, another new game could come along that I get super invested in. The only other game I can see myself making content on at the current stage is Fortnite, as I am an active player of it still even now, and I am also working on a side project that may involve that, which will be coming out early next year, so stay tuned for that, because that will be a pretty big announcement over here. Although I will say, that is not related to rhythm games, or really music in any way, it's something completely new. So, it could even bring in a new fanbase, not sure how interested my Beatstar fanbase will be in it, but we'll just have to see closer to the time. However, if a Beatstar mod also does shut down and the server transfer cannot be sorted, obviously it will be sad for me because I've enjoyed playing this game casually as well as on this channel for the last few years. Anyway, moving on to the end of this video, it's time for my mini Q&A that I was talking about earlier. I've actually got a few questions on here that I'll put on screen in a second. I'll just load them up quickly. Yeah, so we actually have 8 questions asked in total, which for a community like mine, especially with the dying atmosphere of the game, is still pretty active, so I'm pretty happy about that. So let's get into this with the first one. Are you thinking of, this one is from Skystrike by the way, a pretty big member of my Discord server. He also helps co-lead and sort of moderate the server a lot, and I much appreciate him in my community. We have, are you thinking of broadening your gaming channel's content? Maybe not just rhythm games, but also other games too, because it will be cool to see me doing that. As I said earlier, I don't know what the future of my channel will be at this current stage, although it could. I reckon at the moment the most likely other game it could go to will be Fortnite, but yet again, I don't how motivated I am with my music. I don't know exactly how that would sort of come into my life just yet, like making regular Fortnite content. Maybe it'll be a one-off video every now and then, but we'll just have to see as the time passes. The next one is from Mobile Gaming Hub. Do you like any other rhythm games? And yes, I actually do. I mean, as I mentioned earlier, did I mention earlier? I mean, Dancing Line is pretty much the biggest rhythm game of my childhood. Like, it is basically my favourite rhythm game of all time, over Beatstar. The gameplay is so much more immersive with the zigzag line constantly going across the screen, all of the graphics up there. The music is mostly beautiful. I mean, there's a couple of exceptions obviously, but it's a very good game, and I don't really think I could say that any other rhythm game compares to it in terms of how much I like it overall. However, there obviously are other rhythm games I enjoy than that too. There's Dancing Line fan-made versions, there is Rolling Sky, which is sort of another on that sort of line, and then there's other more typical style rhythm games I enjoy, like Rizline, which is the sort of new version of Figros, if you get what I mean. Like, Figros is too complex for me, so Rizline is the more simplified version of it. And the music is good. I know a lot of people don't like that sort of Japanese style music that are in it, but I do like those songs, I have to say. Then there's probably also loads of others that I'm forgetting to mention right now. If I think of any, I'll be sure to reply to your comment with all of them after this video comes out. Okay, so this next one's a bit of an interesting question. If you could have any 3 songs added to Beatstar, what ones would they be? So, I mean, I guess this is sort of narcissistic a little bit, but first one would be either Euphoria or Welcome to Earth, one of my latest 2 singles, because promo is promo, as you know I like that saying a lot. It's true, I mean, I would much appreciate any of my music to be added to Beatstar, although I feel like Welcome to Earth or Euphoria, if you haven't listened to them yet, they would be the best fitting ones for the game and are also just my highest quality songs I currently have out in my opinion. You may disagree if you've listened to some of my other songs, but that's just my opinion anyway. The second one for me is shared with a lot of other people in the community, as I know the chart would just be excellent. I've played a lot of custom charts that have been made from this artist, and basically any Dragon Force song. If you don't know Dragon Force, then, I mean, you obviously don't know much about rhythm games, because they're rhythm royalty. Their songs can be charted to absolutely insane levels, as almost all of them feature a very difficult solo. Like, their music is just very fast paced in general. And then my final suggestion would probably just be a song from one of my favourite artists. Right now my favourite artist is probably Jay Choken, who I also know pretty well because he's a similar level to I am. We talk a lot online, and yeah, he's just a nice guy in general. It'd be very nice to see one of his songs in the game. Although also more artists that I've just been following for a while, like Alan Walker. We could have another Alan Walker song in the game. We already got Headlights, which was nice, but some more iconic ones, like possibly Alone or another one in Different World, would be nice to see. Different songs from another artist I like, such as Marina, Anne-Marie, Tia Tia, Beach Crimes, all of them. There's probably loads more we're missing out here as well, but I'd just love to see in the game at some point. But obviously it won't happen now. It's all theoretical. Yeah, the game's dying, the game's closing, it's not gonna happen now. I also forgot to mention that question was from Jen Hubbard. Moving on, we have a bit of an interesting question from Argos the Fallen Angel. He's saying, what is the most controversial song addition to the game in your opinion? Now, this question could sort of go in a few different directions, as there's been many controversial artists who have been added and removed to the game, like many controversial changes overall. But for me, the song that is the most controversial is probably the most disliked song from the community in the entire game. It has to go to Exit Code by Beatstar Originals, because it just shouldn't exist. Like, it's the most low effort, absolute just worst song I've ever heard. Like, it's just percussion, really bad quality samples chosen for it as well. It's literally just a 5-year-old on GarageBand could do a better job than it. If you haven't heard it, don't listen to it, because it just isn't good. There's not a single positive thing I could say about it. And the chart isn't great either, it's just very, very mid and pretty basic. Now, I also have skipped a few other questions out, by the way. One from Hetio Flynn saying what videos we'll be making in the future, and a very similar one from Molonik, who is another co-leader on my Discord server. Big shout out to you, Molonik, by the way. I didn't answer them just because I've basically already explained it before I started this Q&A. And then we have one final question from Hayley Beatstar. Big shout out to you, you're another legend in the Beatstar YouTube scene. And she wants to see the channel's lifetime statistics. So I'll throw them up on screen here, and pause the video if you want. You can read through them, have a look at all of these view counts, subscriber counts. I'll show a few audience percentages too as well. And with the Q&A done, that sort of puts a wrap on this video. It's been a difficult one to record, a lot to talk about and reflect on with the channel's growth over time, the journey I've been on with Beatstar, and how I feel about it closing, because this probably will be my last official Beatstar related video on this channel ever. After the game's closed, and there's not really much more I can do about official Beatstar because it wouldn't exist anymore. Maybe I'll do like some sort of reflection thing in the future, but at the moment, as it stands, this will be my last Beatstar related video on this channel. A lot of nostalgia here, there's been a lot of twists and turns throughout my Beatstar journey. Although in the end, this sort of just starts a new era for me. With the main game gone, this channel will just be a hobby, at least for now. I mean, yeah, I have my side projects coming out, but that won't be a huge deal in terms of the videos I upload to this channel. There'll probably be a few of them, but there won't be that many. So this channel will just continue to post Beatstar mods, so long as the mod stays up, which, as I said, it's looking likely at the moment. And yeah, I'm excited to see what the future holds. So thanks for watching everyone, I've hoped you enjoyed, and with how the game's looking, I just have to say, farewell Beatstar, and thank you for everything you've done over the last few years.
I'll use all my power and be back in a few